In this video, we're going to be taking a look at order of operations. Now, today's goal is to evaluate expressions with 3 or more numbers and 2 or more operations. So you'll want to write this down in your notes. Order of operations, some things that we need to know about. The order of operations always needs to go this way, and I want you to write this down in your notes. Parentheses first, exponents, which we won't look at in 5th grade. However, it's important to know. Multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So let's write this down. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. A way to remember this, I want you to write this down. This is how people from centuries beyond and centuries forward will remember order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. The P in please represents parentheses. The E in excuse represents exponents, which you will need to know for next year. M in my is multiplication. D in dear, division. A in aunt, addition. And S in Sally, subtraction. Okay, order of operations. We can write this down in our notes as well. First, do the operations inside the parentheses. Then multiply or divide in order from left to right. So if we have a division problem before multiplication and left to right, we'll divide first. Multiplication, if that comes first in order from left to right, we would multiply first. So we multiply or divide in order from left to right. Finally, we add or subtract in order from left to right. So once again, if there's a subtraction problem before an addition problem, you would do that first, or if there's an addition problem before a subtraction problem, you would do the addition problem first. And I want you to pause this video and write all of this down in your notes. Okay, so we have the first problem that I'm going to do for you, and it's always important whenever you're doing order of operations that you write PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. That's the order that you will do the problems in. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is take a look at our order of operations. Now I have a multiplication problem and a division problem here, and also an addition problem. I'm going to look at my order of operations. I know that multiplication is coming first in order from left to right. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out 5 times 2. I'm going to change inks here. 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. Okay, so we're going to write that right underneath there. We're going to continue with our addition sign, and then we're also going to rewrite our 10 divided by 2. Okay, so we've written our 10 plus 10 divided by 2. Now we're not just going from left to right. We're going to take a look at our order of operations again. And we know that division comes before addition. So the next thing we will need to do is we're going to need to do that division problem. And we're going to do 10 divided by 2. And 10 divided by 2 does give me 5. Okay, so we do that first. We ignore the 10 and the addition sign. Then we just simply bring down that 10 and addition sign. Okay, then from here, there's nothing else to do but add 10 plus 5 equals 15. So I am constantly, as you can see, looking at my list right to the right here. Okay, I'm looking at what I need to do next and following that order of operations. I'm not going out of order at all. Okay, so I have the answer of 5 times 2 plus 10 divided by 2 gives me the answer of 15. Now, if you just go from left to right, that is not going to give you 15. You must follow the order of operations. Let's do another one together. Actually, I will do this next one for you, then we'll do some together. Okay, now I'm going to do this problem for you. Okay, and once again, I have my order of operations on the right. I'm going to refer to that for every single step that I do. The first thing that I can see is I need to do every problem that's in parentheses first. Okay, so I have 11 minus 7. That's going to give me 4. Now, when I have the answer to my parentheses problem, okay, I'm going to drop everything else down. So now I do 6 times 4. Bring my subtraction problem down. And then we still need to do 8 divided by 4, and that's going to give me 2. So I bring that down as well. Okay, now that they're out of the parentheses, we ignore the fact that they even came from the parentheses, and we still need to figure out the order of operation. Okay, so I look at my order of operations on the right hand side, and I see that multiplication comes before subtraction, which is all the way down at the bottom. So I'm going to do 6 times 4, and that is going to give me 24. And I'm going to drop my subtraction sign down and also drop my 2 down. Okay, now I've come to a place where I just have one operation. I don't need to worry about any type of order. I just complete that one operation. So 24 minus 2 gives me 22. So as you can see, once again, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm referring to that every step of the way until I get to the final problem where there's just one operation and I have the answer of 22. Now, once you get out your math journal and pencil, we're going to do a couple together. Okay, and I want you to write this problem out. We have 34 minus 9 minus 80 divided by 4 plus 7. So write this problem out. We'll do this together. Okay, now the first thing that I need to do is look at my order of operations. I just do not start from left and move to the right. Look at order of operations, and I can see that division comes before anything else. It comes before addition and subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to do this division problem of 80 divided by 4. And you can use your calculator for this, and 80 divided by 4 is going to give me 20. So what we will do, we will write 20 right underneath 80 divided by 4. Okay, now we don't need to rewrite any of those numbers again, so we're just going to write 34 minus 9 minus 20 plus 7 now. Okay, so let's write that out. Now the next thing I need to do is look at my order of operations. Now, even though subtraction comes underneath addition, and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, it's whichever comes first in order from left to right, whether it's subtraction or addition, that's what we do first. So you can see here subtraction comes first. So we have 34 minus 9 is going to give me 25. So we have used the 34, the subtraction problem, and the 9. However, we do need to write the subtraction problem here, the number 20, the addition sign, and the number 7 as well. Now to our next step. We have 25 minus 20. That's going to give me 5. Okay, so we've used our 25, our subtraction problem, our 20. Now we're going to rewrite the addition problem or addition sign along with the number 7. Okay, so we have 5 plus 7. That is going to give me 12 for my answer. So you can see, even with the 25 minus 20, that came first because it's either addition or subtraction over here. And please excuse dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so the answer for that is 12. I want you to write this problem out. 5 plus 63 in parentheses minus 4 times 78 divided by 6 in parentheses as well. So write this problem out. We'll do it together. Okay, the first thing we want to do is take a look at our little sentence here. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, I know everything that in parentheses will go first. Okay, so we're going to do the 5 plus 63. That's going to give me 68. All right, and I can even take off this 5, 63, 68, the parentheses and everything else. Okay, I can rewrite the number 4. I can rewrite the multiplication sign. And then I need to still do 78 divided by 6. That's going to give me 13. So I can take off the 78 divided by 6 in the parentheses. Okay, now we have 68 minus 4 times 13. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is take a look at my order of operations. I can see that multiplication comes before subtraction. So I need to multiply 4 times 13 before I do anything else. 4 times 13 is going to give me 52. I can cross out my 4, my multiplication sign, my 13. And then I can bring my 68 down. along with my subtraction sign. Okay, and now I have 68 minus 52, okay, is going to give me 16 for my answer. Okay, so it's really important that you take a look at your order of operations once again. Make sure that you remember that multiplication or division, whichever one comes first, you'll do that first, and then addition or subtraction, whichever one comes first after you've multiplied or divided, then you would do that. And what I mean by first means it's an order from left to right. Now I want you to do this problem in your math journal, and when you press play, I will have the answer for you. So I want you to pause the video now. Okay, so here's the answer for the problem. It is 0. We took 25 divided by 5, and that gave us 5. 6 minus 1, that gave me 5, and then we subtracted 5 minus 5, giving me 0. Okay, I want you to work this problem out in your notes, and when you're finished with it, you can press play, and I'll have the answer for you. So I want you to pause the video now. Okay, the answer for this problem is 9. You can see I first of all started out with the number in parentheses. 10 minus 7 gave me 3. Okay, and then I dropped everything else down, and then I had 3 times 5 minus 2 times 3. 3 times 5 gave me 15. Okay, and then also I dropped the next number down with that 2 times 3. And I had to complete that problem, which gave me 6. I dropped my 15 down, which gave me the answer of 9. Okay, so this is how you can complete order of operations, and some tips that I gave you throughout this was always to remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and that will help you out with order of operations. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.